Last few weeks you've probably noticed that we've been having some audio issues, and we've had a lot of different interference. Traffic-wise, it's been terrible, and the only way to get around it is to change the layouts and the formats and type of things that we've been using. So again, this week at Coffee and Tools, we've actually changed the format a little bit, and we're doing like a wireless mic system using an FC100 Panasonic Lumix camera that does really pretty decent video work. Really like the wide-angle lens to try to get everything in. Built a new workbench this week for height, so that the products that we just deal with, we can get them up here on the table, or if I'm doing a project, a wood project, we can get that on the table here and do it, sort of thing. So this week is really sort of a first shot with some different equipment again. And one of the things I want to talk about this week is these little Ryobi sanders. I see them, they're very inexpensive, and I was really scared to even buy one because the price is just so low. And when you want like a dual action sander that does this sort of small circular action, when you see something this small and this inexpensive, it was like, I probably need to spend $150, $300 for a real good one or something. Not. Well, welcome back. This week I want to talk a little bit about just a specific tool. Usually I like to try to talk to certain tools in general, but the Ryobi sander, this one here has really been probably the underdog of dual action sanders for some time. It's very strong. It's very inexpensive, and really I have only one complaint about this particular model, and from what I understand, what I've seen, because this is actually I guess we'll say there's a new generation of sander by Ryobi that now surpasses or supersedes this one, and what it is the switch. The switch was always the problem. Whenever you were dealing with this sander, a lot of times you were chasing it and your finger was looking for that on-off switch. And I find that with any tool, that can be a almost dangerous item. It's really nice to be able to shut a tool down really quickly if something goes wrong. So that's my only complaint about this one, but they're not doing it this way now. They've changed the switch and made it a lot easier to be able to activate, to turn on and off. One of the things about a dual action sander that a lot of people don't understand is, I'll see if I can show you this, but a dual action sander like this does not really spin the disc like that. It's not doing that. In fact, I could hold this while running it, and what's happening is the sandpaper is going around in a very tiny circle really quickly, and that's really the action you want, because that's what's going to give you a really nice sanding finish. The other problem with a sander when they're strong like this is your work needs to be tied down. And you need both hands on the machine. You can see it'll just, it just absolutely, kicks that stick right out from underneath it unless this is tied down tight. But it's really, I think for the money, you're not going to get a stronger sander that's going to last a long time. Again, I guess there's a few flaws, like I've heard a few people complain and say, well, I got it and it worked a week and then it stopped or something. This one here has been around for years and it still hasn't stopped working. So apparently, I guess there's such a thing as having a lemon in any line. But the Ryobis, if you're thinking about a little dual action sander and you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are actually, I'm going to recommend them and say this is a really good buy from this week at Coffee and Tools. Hey everybody, have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll see you next week, and we're going to have better sound from now on.